tax savings for the, how should I put it, for the more mature. So in this video, I want to look at some of the tax benefits of getting slightly older. There had to be some benefit, and there are some benefits in the tax system. So I'm going to look at the obvious, the pensions. I want to look at national insurance, which is actually quite interesting the way it works through. And then I'm going to also look at entrepreneurs relief if you sell your business. I do regular updates on tax and accounting issues, so if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, you'll be very welcome, and pressing the like button helps me and helps the channel. Thank you. So let's look at the tax savings for the more mature of us. So the first and obvious thing is pensions. Once you're 55, you can take money out of your pension scheme. That means that as you approach 55 and as you go over 55, it means the money you put into your pension scheme isn't locked up for any length of time. You can take it out again. And that is a huge advantage, because the main disadvantage of a pension is that once you put the money in, it's locked up for young people for an awful long time. For us oldies, for no time at all. So that has to be a significant benefit, and the fact that you can simply take your pension, of course, is great. And I like to think that 55 is really quite a young age to be able to take money out of your pension, out of my pension. So then let's look at national insurance. Now, national insurance, it's quite interesting. So once you reach retirement, state retirement age, you don't pay employees national insurance or self-employed national insurance. So this is this is hugely beneficial, and it does change some of the dynamics of the traditional director's pay, which is a low salary and a high dividend. If you're not paying national insurance, then that changes that formula around. And particularly if you've only got a very small number of employees, so if it's just a married couple or a married couple and a sort of a part-time assistant, then very often you don't pay employers national insurance, because there's £4,000 allowance before you start paying it. So if you don't pay employers national insurance and you don't pay employees national insurance, it actually reverses the benefits of a high dividend, low salary. And actually what you want is a low dividend and a high salary. Who'd have thought it? And so that can be a significant benefit, and it is one that it's really quite subtle and quite often forgotten. And it's quite often forgotten because, of course, not all that many people work after the state retirement age, and therefore it's not picked up, and it's not quite so obvious that you've tripped over that. You might, heaven forbid, look younger than your age, in which case it's not obvious to your advisors either. So I think the way that national insurance works is really important as you get older. And I think it's particularly important in the age of bounce back loans, because here we are in the age of bounce back loans, where I think that a lot of companies will not be able to pay legal dividends because they won't have the reserves, because the bounce back loan, if they've taken any of the bounce back loan to pay their monthly salaries, then they could have negative reserves, and therefore it might be difficult to pay dividends. So what does that mean? It means that if you pay yourself a decent salary, firstly, if we go into lockdown yet again, and the furlough gets reintroduced yet again, who knows, then you've got the high salary. And also it means that you're not relying on dividends, so you're not ending up with a director's loan account, which has an overdrawn director's loan account, which has all sorts of repercussions that sort of rattles through the company's tax and your liabilities and all sorts of other things. So if you have taken out significant bounce back loans and your company doesn't have enough reserves to pay dividends, then as a slightly older person, being able to take a high salary has that advantage. So it's all linked to national insurance. And as a final thing on the national insurance, once they put the rate of corporation tax up to 25% from 19%, then it's even more important to pay yourself a high salary, because that could avoid that 25%, or as I calculate, 26.5% marginal rate of tax on your company's profit, because by paying yourself a higher salary, your company profits will be lower, and therefore you're not affected by that tax increase. Wow, what a lot of things. So there you go. National insurance. It's quite intricate. So if you need any help with that, then please get in touch. The other thing that I just want to have a look at is entrepreneurs relief. So entrepreneurs relief is sort of comes from retirement relief. So that means if you sell your business, the first £1 million, you pay 10% capital gains tax as opposed to standard rate of 20%. And of course, 10% tax is one of the lowest tax rates in the whole system. So it's not just for oldies, although when you're selling your business, it is more likely to be an old person, but young people sell their businesses too. And so entrepreneurs relief, you get £1 million. There are some conditions. You've got to own the business for more than 2 years. But if you're a married couple, you own the business 50-50, that's £2 million. So that's quite a lot of money to get out at 10% tax. And I think that can be another benefit of when you sell up, which you might be on the older side, and you might be not so old at all. Of course, you can pay 0% capital gains tax. Yes, it is possible to pay 0% capital gains tax when you sell your business if you sell it correctly to an employee trust. So I'll just float that one over there. That's a benefit of getting your employees involved in your business, which might be important, particularly perhaps if you're going to pay the full rate of capital gains tax. So there we are. I've rattled through the advantages of being less than young. There are advantages in national insurance, which I think is really quite interesting, pensions quite clearly, and for the young and the old in entrepreneurs relief. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you would like to subscribe to the video and get further updates, then you'll be very welcome. And pressing the like button helps me in the channel and helps get these videos to more people. Thank you very much.